At the 2017 NFL Draft, the Bears traded up one spot, just one, and gave up 4 picks to do so, to select Mitch Trubisky. Safe to say that didn't work out, at all. But those 4 selections Chicago gave up to San Francisco, 2 became arguably the best at their position. One was a massive bust, and, another one just didn't find his way in the NFL. In exchange for the 2nd overall pick in 2017, the Bears traded away 4 different selections to the 49ers, including the 3rd overall pick. Yes, 1 spot. John Lynch, the 49ers general manager, must have bluffed really well that San Francisco was going to take Trubisky. In addition to getting number 3, the 49ers got a 3rd and 4th rounder in 2017 and a 3rd rounder in 2018. We all know how Mitch Trubisky turned out. Not great. After a shaky rookie year in Chicago, Trubisky actually had a good sophomore season, even making the Pro Bowl after he threw double the number of touchdowns to interceptions and went 11-3. Safe to say that was really just the peak of his career. He hasn't thrown even 20 touchdowns in a single season since, and the Bears declined his 5th-year option. Trubisky became a free agent and spent a year in Buffalo before this offseason he signed with the Steelers, who of course just drafted Kenny Pickett. Mitch Trubisky at this point is a verified bust, and the same can be said about the guy the 49ers took with the next pick. San Francisco used the 3rd overall pick on Solomon Thomas, a guy who embodies the very definition of a bust. His rookie year, he had 3 sacks, and the 49ers were hoping for a big jump in the future. Just never happened. He had 3 total sacks for the rest of his time in San Francisco. That was despite playing in every game for 2 straight seasons. Then in 2020, after the 49ers had already declined his 5th-year option, Thomas tore his ACL. He signed with the Raiders for 2021 and recorded a career-high 3.5 sacks. That's it. That's his career high. He signed with the Jets this offseason with another chance to revive his career. But as it stands, Thomas is a huge bust. The 2017 3rd-round pick was at 67, and to see what the 49ers got in exchange for it is a bit complicated. The 49ers traded away the pick to the Saints in exchange for a 2017 7th and a 2018 2nd-rounder. The original pick that the Bears gave to the 49ers turned into Alvin Kamara, an eventual Offensive Rookie of the Year, 2-time second-team All-Pro, and 5-time Pro Bowler. One hell of a player. The 7th rounder the Niners got was used on Adrian Colbert, who was waived after 2 seasons and is currently a free agent. And the 2nd rounder was sent to Washington and eventually became Darius Geis, a guy who only spent 2 years in Washington, to trade up for Dante Pettis, who was waived after 2.5 seasons and ironically now plays for the Bears. The 2017 4th rounder, number 111, was used by the 49ers to trade up into the 1st round to select Reuben Foster, a guy who ended up being arrested for domestic violence and being cut after less than 2 seasons. He was claimed by Washington but never played in a single game and is now a free agent. That original pick turned out to be Tedrick Thompson, who spent 3 years in Seattle and is now a free agent as well. Perhaps the best player that came out of the trade was actually that 2018 3rd rounder, the 70th overall pick on Fred Warner. Warner just signed a record-breaking 5-year, $95 million extension. He's played in every game for 4 years, been an All-Pro and Pro Bowler, and most importantly, has solidified himself as one of the best linebackers in the pros. So not only did the Bears end up trading away picks that turned into 2 All-Pros in order to trade up for Mitch Trubisky, but looking back, they could have instead had their pick at either Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson at number 3. Bears fans, I know this one stings like hell, but hindsight is always 20/20. Who knows? Maybe Justin Fields is the answer, but he's probably not, and ultimately you could have had Mahomes or Watson, but you fucked up.